With the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, hundreds of dangerous weapons have been put into use. Multiple photographs of captured Russian weapons have been posted on social media every day since the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the war initiated by Russian President Vladimir Putin against the Ukrainians began. The first use of stolen Russian weapons against their former owners has already been documented, according to a tweet from the Ukraine-Russia archives, and the TOS-1A is one of those weapons. So what is this weapon? Why is it considered so dangerous? And can this weapon single-handedly cause ruins to an entire country? Let us find out. The tweet posted from the Ukraine-Russia archives reads that for the first time, Ukrainian defenders used the powerful enemy TOS-1A Soltspiak against the enemy himself, said Serhiy Brachuk, speaker of the Odessa OVA. According to him, it happened in the Izium direction. So what is this TOS-1A flamethrower that is captured by the Ukrainians? The TOS-1 or Heavy Flamethrower System is a thermobaric warhead-capable 220mm 30-barrel original system Object 634 or TOS-1M or 24-barrel Object 634B or TOS-1A multiple rocket launcher based on a T-72 tank chassis. TOS-1 was meant to assault enemy reinforced positions as well as weakly armored vehicles and transportation, particularly in open terrain. During the Soviet-Afghan War, the first combat testing took place in the Panjshir Valley in 1988 and 1989. The TOS-1 was initially displayed to the public in 1999 at Omsk. The Russian NBC Protection Troops used TOS-1, which is not allocated to artillery units in the Russian armed forces. The TOS-1 combat system, which included a combat vehicle, rockets, and a loading vehicle, was created at KBTM in Omsk in the early 1980s and was kept a secret for a long time. The TOS-1 is a spaceship that was launched in the year. Buratino is a fortified fortification designed to engage military soldiers, equipment, and buildings. Given the perception of the launcher's huge nose, the nickname Buratino comes from the name of the hero in a Russian retelling of the Pinocchio story by Alex Tolstoy. In the original Italian text of Pinocchio, the protagonist is a Buratino, the Italian word for puppet. The combat vehicle is part of the infantry and tank combat order. The selection of the chassis of the T-72 main battle tank was influenced by the launcher's substantial bulk and the need for a high level of protection due to the launcher's comparatively short range of 3,500 meters, 11,500 feet. The TZM reloading vehicle is based on a Kraz 255B cross-country truck chassis and has a crane for loading and unloading the launcher. Kraz 255B production was officially halted in 1994. As a result, the chassis of a T-72 variant T-72A was used to produce TZMT for later Soltspiak. Soltspiak, which means blazing sun in Russian, is an enhanced TOS-1A system with a range of 6 kilometers and a stronger ballistic computer entered service in 2003. Russia produced a new rocket for the TOS-1A in March 2020 with a range of 10 kilometers, which was achieved in part by reducing the weight and size of a new fuel-air explosive mixture in the warhead while also enhancing its power. The minimum range has been increased from 400 meters to 1.6 kilometers. Therefore, the M0.1.01.04M rocket will still be used in close combat situations. 30 TOS-1A Soltspiak 220mm multiple rocket launchers were delivered to Russian NBC Protection Troops in 2018. Saudi Arabian Military Industries and Rosoboron Export have signed a memorandum of understanding for the local production of the TOS-1A. In September 2020, the new TOS-2 system was used for the first time during the Kavkaz 2020 drills. It's based on an all-terrain vehicle from Ural. The TOS-1A Soltspiak system includes the following components. The BM-1 Object 634B is a combat vehicle based on a modified T-72A chassis with a revolving launch system for 24 unguided thermobaric rockets. Within 6 to 12 seconds, all rockets can be launched. A firing control system with a ballistic computer, aiming sight, and 1D14 laser rangefinder is installed on the launch vehicle. Other basic equipment includes a TKN-3A commander sight, a GPK-59 navigation system, an R16350U radio station, an R174 intercom, and a 4-barreled 902G smoke grenade launcher. 1 AKS-74, 1 RPKS-74, 3 RPG-26s, and 10 F1 hand grenades are carried by the 3-man crew. The BM-1 is equipped in the same way as the T-72 tank, NBC protection, firefighting, observation, etc. 2 TZMT resupply vehicles, Object 563, each with a 10KN crane. Each vehicle has a combat weight of 39 tons and carries 2x12 spare rockets and 400 liters of fuel for the BM-1, 86,000 pounds. 2 AKS-74s, 1 RPKS-74, 5 RPG-26s, and 10 F1 hand grenades are carried by the TZM-3T's crew members. NIRS MO.1.01.04 and MO.1.01.04M are a pair of rockets. These are 3.3 meters, 10 feet 10 inches, and 3.7 meters, 12 feet 2 inches long, respectively, and weigh 173 kilograms, 381 pounds, and 217 kilograms, 478 pounds. The TOS-1A's first rocket had a range of only 2,700 meters, 8,900 feet, while the modified variant had a range of 6,000 meters, 20,000 feet. According to some sources, its range is 12 kilometers. In 2016, the system was updated. Early in 2018, modernized systems with active protection, new engines and launchers, and other enhancements were delivered. This weapon was used multiple times before, as we will discuss now. During the Soviet-Afghan War, the Soviet Union utilized TOS-1s for the first time in action in Afghanistan's Panjshir Valley. They were later deployed in the Second Chechen War. TOS-1, the Iraqi army utilized them for the first time in action in Iraq in October 24, 2014, when it recaptured Jerf al-Sakar from ISIL militants. On October 10, 2015, Syrian army forces used the TOS-1 against rebel forces in Hama, Syria. On 4 April 2016 and 28 September 2020, Azerbaijan deployed the TOS-1A against the Nagorno-Karabakh Defense Army. In September 2021, it took part in the large-scale Russian-Belarusian exercise Zapad. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, TOS-1A units were deployed. During the invasion, several sightings of the system were reported. A photo of a TOS-1A reported to have been captured by the Ukrainian army has been widely circulated on social media. The UK Ministry of Defense said on Twitter on March 9, 2020, that the Russian Ministry of Defense had verified the weapon system's usage in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Ukrainian forces continued to acquire Russian abandoned formations, and one of the captured units was utilized against the Russians. According to the Twitter account, this occurred in the Izium direction of Kharkiv, Ukraine. On the TOS-1 launching block, the capital letter Z is clearly visible. The Ukrainians have fixed the system, according to a local source at BulgarianMilitary.com. Since the start of the war, Ukrainians have been able to successfully repair and restore captured Russian weapons, allowing them to be utilized. These are tanks, armored vehicles, trucks, and other vehicles that have been abandoned by their operators and are stuck in a forest or field, sometimes in pristine condition. Some of these weapons have been incorporated into the Ukrainian armed forces arsenal. Russia's thermobaric vacuum bomb, as reported on February 26, was discovered by sources on the outskirts of Belgorod, Russia, close to the Ukrainian border. A reporter for the American television network CNN relayed the same information. The TOS-1 or TOS-1A is a multiple rocket launcher that can fire thermobaric warhead missiles. Conventional ammo is not used in these guns. They are instead packed with high-temperature, high-pressure explosives. They're sometimes referred to as vacuum bombs because they suck oxygen from the air around them, resulting in a strong explosion and a massive pressure wave that can be devastating. Thermobaric weapons have been employed in Chechnya, according to Human Rights Watch, with disastrous results. Several non-governmental organizations have denounced their use. It is said that there is a team of technicians tasked to fix the captured Russian equipment, and TOS-1A was one of them. Russia has so far not recognized the invasion of Ukraine as a war, although that is exactly what it is, claiming that it is a special military operation. According to the UN, in which Russia has its permanent representation, for military action to be defined as a special military operation, it must have a resolution issued by the UN. There is no such resolution, which automatically defines the military actions of the Russians as an invasion and war against the citizens of Ukraine. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this and got to know more about the deadly weapon, the TOS-1A Flamethrower. Do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Comment your thoughts about what you think of this weapon and how impactful it will be for the Ukrainian army. Thank you.